podcast. Today's guest is someone who has made Singapore laugh for years while also showing us resilience, reinvention, and what raw honesty looks like. From SGAG skits to TikTok parodies, this guy has been battling addiction to starring in his first feature film, We Can Save the World. Fauzi Azzhar is more than just a comedian. He's also a storyteller of human messiness, joy, and survival. He's also very popular on social media with his skits and comedy and calling people out, and with more than 200,000 followers on social media. So Fauzi, thank you for joining us today. And before we get into the headlines of your career, let me ask you this. What's something that people don't know about you that they can't see from your social media?
Oh, wow. First of all, can I just say that introduction felt like a LinkedIn
bio.
LinkedIn bio.
Hey, movie star must introduce properly.
Hey, but thank you. Wow, I need to give myself like a pat on the back for where what I've achieved.
How far you have come, right?
And thank you so much for the introduction. What people don't know about me is that I don't have very good self-confidence. I'm actually very introverted. I observe people a lot, which is why a lot of my characters are actually just a magnified version of a lot of my skits are just magnified version of people I observe in my life. Like, no, really, legit. Yeah. So if you meet me, I must say that I'm a very warm person. I love human connection. But when, on social media, when people get called out, it's because they deserve it, usually. Yeah.
Yeah, but I must say you observe people very carefully to the detail because it's very uncanny. Like the way you parody them is very uncanny.
I do. I observe people a lot.
Yeah, to the detail. You do your research on that.
I do.
So let's start from the beginning, right? When a friend encouraged you to audition for Average Guys. That was so long ago.
Yeah.
What was going through your head? And do you imagine that saying yes to that would change the course of your life?
It's a very interesting question. So the person who introduced me to acting altogether was Chai Hong, who is the director of We Can Save the World movie as well. We've been friends for quite some time already, ever since poly. So I can say that is more than 15 years, close to 20 years actually.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. When I was in my 20s, I was like, okay, I need a government job that is stable. I need CPF so that, longevity and whatever, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So I had a good full-time job that was stable and a very quiet job that I thought was nice. That's when Cha Hong told me, hey, Fauzi, I think you should just, you have a talent. Please do acting. So I tried 2016 or something like that. I auditioned and we didn't even think that the Average Guy Singapore, which is still in Facebook, I think, would do well. But it flew. It flew.
Yeah.
Singaporeans could relate to that show somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that how you joined SGAG as well? Was that an entry into SGAG?
Yes. So that's how SGAG found me. They found me on social media. They were like, who is this guy? They got me into an interview. I was interviewed by SGAG Xiao Ming. and that's when I first started my online presence, I must say.
Yeah, I think that's also when I first came to know about you.
Ooh, from
SGAG.
Okay.
From the skits on SGAG, especially with Mark, right?
Yes.
And I think it was you and Mark were some of my favorite characters from SGAG.
Oh, thank you.
But do you enjoy your time at SGAG? Was it something that was your defining moment into doing what you're doing now?
It must say, I always tell people it was definitely a stepping stone for me being an internet personality now. We had really rigorous training, like writing, comedy, down to how to strategize for social media. I was in the strategizing in terms of short form comedy.
Yeah.
So I started a short form comedy team to do short form content online.
Yeah.
That's when we built that team. But I left them after 2 years to go and pursue my social media strategizing as a manager.
Was it because you also realized that you have outgrown SGAG? in that sense?
Wow. It's an interesting perspective. I must say that with SGAG, it's always like about new, fresh faces. Yes, that was one, but I was also looking at like, career progression and stuff like that. Yeah.
And also, not because now on your Instagram handle, you call yourself content creator, right? Because of all the skits and the comedy. But, behind that laughter, we have heard you talk about the pain that you have felt as well because of your journey. But do you remember the first time that you realized comedy wasn't just to make people laugh, but also coping with your own struggles?
Wow, my therapist back then, when I was going therapy, I always, whenever you talk about something, I always laugh after that. Like, I would talk about my childhood traumas, right?
Yeah.
And I would laugh, ha ha ha, like it's fine. But she will always remind me, do you know that you are laughing at your own pains, which is so bad for your mental health? I also see the positive of having a very happy, I wouldn't say happy lah, as in like laughing things away. It's how people cope. But now, on my social media platforms, I do comedy, but I can do serious things. I can also talk about
Politics.
After being sober, I can talk about politics. I can also talk about, your mental health, because I've been through it. It was so difficult to get help initially, but now I feel like it's still a stigma somehow. And also it was self-stigmatized when I was first trying to get help. I thought, hey, why am I like this? There's a lot of whys and everything. So I'm really glad where I am today, and I can be human. I'm only being human by being funny and also being serious at the same time.
Yeah. Now there's this mental health hotline, right?
Yes.
Like, you wish that at your time there was one.
Finally, thank you, government. Like, finally, government. Like, amazing. Props to you.
You talked a little bit about your childhood trauma earlier.
Yes.
But you also talk about a lot online as well. As one of maybe you are an ambassador for this as well in terms of anti-drugs, right?
Right. Okay.
And you have spoken about using drugs to keep up with the pressures of school, work, and life. What did taking drugs give you at the beginning, and then what did it eventually took away from you?
Wow. So when I first took substance, it was out of curiosity. And at that juncture, it's funny because in school, people would say, hey, stay away from drugs. Like, say no to drugs. But how effective was it? Didn't really work when I was an adult. It's so funny because I was just curious. So I tried once with my friend. And then I couldn't sleep the next day. But I felt okay. So I texted him out. I said hey, why am I not asleep? Like, why can't I fall asleep? But then it also gave me the energy to do work. It's so strange. And then I found myself asking for more.
Yeah.
And the thing with substance is the more you ask for it, the more you want it, and it will deteriorate your body, your brain, and everything, to the point that I was delirious. I kept asking for more, and I didn't know where to ask for help. That's worse, because I kept hiding because I was ashamed of it, obviously. That's when I realized that, wow, I think on the 8th year of abusing, I realized, oh my goodness, I need help, but I don't know where, because there's literally either you get incarcerated immediately, or I don't know. I really didn't know at that juncture. I was actually very happy that I got incarcerated. I was like, take me, daddy. I was like,
How did you get caught?
I was at home. One day I had to go on a shoot. I woke up in the morning, and I bought breakfast. And the next few minutes, I thought the delivery rider forgot like what, my hash brown or something. I heard another ting tong. And I saw in the peephole, I was like, it's black. Open the door, people rushed in. Fauzi Azzhar, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You're this person and whatever you say right now will be used against you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's when it is 13th of June. I'll never forget that day. Yeah, 2023. Yeah. It changed my life. It did.
Your arrest very happening. I also got arrested twice, but it wasn't that happening.
Oh, is it?
Nobody rushed in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think the first time I got arrested, because I was planning a gang fight. So this wasn't drugs.
Right.
I made a conscious attempt in school to stay away from drugs. I was 15 at this point. I took out smoking and all that, but my friends did it, but I was like, I'm not going to do it because smoking is easier to quit rather than drugs, I feel, to my opinion.
Yes.
So the first time I got arrested, right, I was in a shopping center. So because we were gathering, right, we like this
gang fight,
Then, but on the day itself in the shopping center, you can tell plainclothes police. Like I can tell plainclothes police because I've been running away from them. yeah. And they all gather in a group.
Yeah, they get in a group. Yeah.
Because nobody walks around looking like that all the time. So there was this group of plainclothes police, and me and my friends were like, yeah, we have to do something because we had weapons with us.
Oh.
And there were 14 of us, but my immediate group that met up, we only had like 5 of us. So the 5 of us, we dispersed our weapons, but we couldn't contact the rest because at that point of time, there was no like WhatsApp or anything.
Yeah.
It was only SMS or call, right? So we couldn't get anybody. And because one of the plainclothes police knew one of my friends, a gang member, right? And they stopped all of us. And when they stopped all of us, they brought us to the stairwell and interrogate us. But we were secondary school kids, right?
Right.
So we cop out very easily. We admitted it immediately, and that's when we all got arrested.
Right.
Yeah, I remember the cuffs on my wrist, being placed in a van, locked up overnight, all that. I remember the cell in the lockup. This was Jurong Police Division. Like they took everything from me except my specs. I don't know whether they did the same for you, but I couldn't see anything for 24 hours because I didn't have my specs.
They took away your specs as well?
Yeah, like because they need your belongings, right? They need to put your belongings in the Ziploc, right? So including my specs.
Oh.
So I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see shit.
Was it because you use it as, I don't know.
But I couldn't wear my specs. So I was sick in a daze.
Right.
Throughout the entire time. But it was to me, it was a scary experience.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but not like yours. People rush in and like,
I was very silent.
Yeah.
I was very silent.
Yeah.
I knew I needed help. I just didn't know where to get help. Yeah.
And you mentioned that previously also drugs was a safe space for you, right? But that was a hallucination at the end of the day. What was your turning point for you during rehab when you realized you wanted your life back?
A month before getting incarcerated, I did talk to myself. I said oh my goodness, I'm so sick of going to drugs because, the downside of taking substances is that when you're not taking it and then there is what is that? There's a withdrawal. You don't know how to cope with because I was also dealing with depression, right? And I didn't even know I was dealing with depression. I kept going to drugs because it felt safer than talking to somebody. It was so bad because my relationship was also strained.
Relationship with who?
With everyone.
Okay.
So my partner, my family. In fact, my family didn't even know because I did keep seeing them quite regularly.
Did your colleagues know?
No. Yeah.
So you did a very good job in hiding.
I really tried to hide. It was so tiring. And guys, for those of you who are struggling with substance abuse, right, I really know what you're going through. But you really need to ask yourself, what are the whys? Why am I taking substances? Is it because I'm dealing with depression? Is there something in my life that is not going well? So I always ask, I have had DMs. asking me, hey, Fauzi, how do you do it? I really admire you for doing it.
Especially now with K-pods and everything. Do you get a lot of DMs around
A
it?
lot more. I tell them, you need to be as stronger than anybody else in the world because you are already depending on something to live. And that says a lot about how your coping mechanism is. So you really need to keep asking yourself why, write down, why are you doing this? Is there something in your life that's not going well and stuff like that? Of course, I tell them if you can get off the substances, it's the best. I've had a lot of parents as well because their kids are taking vape and they're so afraid of, K-pods and all that. Yeah. So, but in terms of having a safe space, yes, it gave me a safe space, but I was also scared. So there's irony in that, which was why I was very happy when I was apprehended, to be honest. To be honest, it's not fun to be addicted.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
And I know a lot of like drug addicts after they get incarcerated and all that, right? They relapse. How do you prevent being yourself from relapsing?
Thanks for that question because it's very real. Because relapsing is a real thing.
Yeah.
My dad has been in and out of prison and in and out of rehab. Congrats to him for getting out of rehab recently, struggling with substance abuse as well. Now I'm also helping him. Hopefully that we can get through this together.
Yeah.
I think what is keeping me being successful thus far is taking ownership. Immediately when I came out, I was telling myself, hey, I have a bunch of followers who look up to me. And I grew up being a kid that didn't have anybody to look up to. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, no offense to my parents and stuff like that, but I really had no one to look up to. And I told myself, hey, what if I'm this person? What if I can heal the little Fauzi that needed this koko to guide him through? So I told myself, maybe I need to be honest with my followers.
Yeah.
And then I asked my friends, oh my God, hey, do you think I should do this? Blah, blah, blah. I said, no, this will affect your career and everything. Then I told myself, no, but I wouldn't be honest with myself then. So unfortunately, I had to, just go through this myself. And I told myself, if I didn't do this for myself, I don't know who else can. And I'm so happy I took that courage to be honest with my followers. The fact that now I'm vulnerable, because I always show my happy side, my crazy side. And I don't want that to be the reality. I want people to know that I'm also still human. I also have my vulnerability. I can be soft, not just this crazy person on social media.
Yeah.
It's just a facade, to be honest.
Yeah.
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 Thanks for the question.
Yeah, no, because I can totally relate with that because I also, as queer people, we also hide our identity.
Yes.
It's not just drugs, right? But also identity. And for me, it was struggling with it, and which is why I turned to becoming someone I was not. For me, it wasn't drugs, but for me, it was becoming more masculine, becoming more alpha male, so that people can respect me. But I got arrested twice because of that. One for getting fat, the other for stealing things because I was still in the same environment, same school. But being the same time when I was being charged as an adult, this was in subordinate court. Previously, I was juvenile court, subordinate court. You've been there, right? You know the lockup, right? So I think this was the old subordinate court, but the old subordinate court, you had a small room, 20 plus 30 people inside.
Right.
These were people who were in and out before. And there were some that, weren't getting built up on the day itself. And for me, when I was in there, I was like, if I don't change, then I'll be like them in 5 years' time, I'll be back here. And there was this guy that I remember very clearly, he was screaming into the phone because the court officials gave like the landlines to them to call for people to be about. And he was screaming in Malay and scolding his parents.
Oh.
This guy looks like he was in his 60s. So to me, that meant that someone had given up on him. And if I didn't change, and because I was trying to be someone that wasn't, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that took me a while to to reconcile and to.
I just want to say thank you also to you to like representing our queer community because it's so difficult. I think I struggle with that with faith and everything, but you have also provided a safe space for us. So thank you for that.
I think we both come from the faith where it's very conservative. Like I grew up as a Christian, you grew up as a Muslim, right? But for me, it was always going to church, it was always like the traditional views. A man only can marry a woman and vice versa. Anything else is wrong.
It's wrong.
So I was always trying to pray the gay away.
Oh my God, me too.
I was trying to pray the gay away. I was reading my Bible. I was fasting and all that. But it never went away.
Yeah.
Because it was something that I kept pushing down.
Yeah.
And talking about being queer, you have shared about your partner, your family, and your friends becoming anchors in your recovery, right? Like, what did it mean to have their support at a time when you didn't believe in yourself?
It's so interesting because when I was struggling with my substance abuse, so I kept asking myself, why, right? It's because I think I hated myself. Yeah, I think it's sad when I talk about it, but I realized that it's because of the way society was built. I didn't want my because of faith, I didn't want my family to, be affected of like my sexuality and everything. So I kept my relationship with my boyfriend of 15 years together, like separate. So when I meet my family, it's without my hubby usually, which felt like I was struggling with my identity and I didn't believe who I was. Like I was living two lives.
Yeah.
But after I was incarcerated, my boyfriend and my family were forced to meet each other because that's the only way for either of them to meet me at rehab.
Yeah.
And I think I teared up when I first met them together because, wow, this was what I wanted. And in a society like Singapore, we are so forward thinking and everything. This is still something that is still not fixed somehow. Only because of faith.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how faith has sort of like been the leash of the way society works, but it's just how it is. But I was so happy. It's funny because the Singapore Prison Service was not judgmental of it. It's so interesting because my boyfriend could visit me every single time.
Did you have to ask for permission?
No,
You just say come.
Yeah. So it's a very non-judgmental thing. And I wish that this is spread across even just the society, even. Yeah. And I think that was also like a pivotal moment for me because I was like, okay lah, the policeman, they okay with it. So that means it's not the government fault lah, it's me lah. Now my boyfriend has been so supportive.
Yeah.
As opposed to back then because I just kept everything away from him. I just kept to myself and everything. So now we are very open. Communication is key, as cliche as it sounds.
But you are living together with him, right?
I am.
Then how did you abuse drugs when he was there?
Away from home.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So like I was always away from home. Then he would ask me, where do you go? So no, I'm just out with my friends. Yeah, I was really hiding.
I love that. I love how he forgave you, even though you were lying to him.
To be honest, I somehow I always think I don't deserve it. But I'm thankful, I must say, because he can easily just leave me. I told him like, you know what? Like when he first met me in rehab, I told him like, I apologized immediately. I said like, I'm sorry. You can leave me if you want. But no, he stayed on. He kept visiting me and everything.
Was he at home when they came in to arrest you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was so awkward because my boyfriend was wearing this skimpy underwear. And then they said, are you wearing anything below? And it was traumatic for him. He was like, and he told the officers, he's like, y'all cannot do this, okay? If you're just... How can you do this? How can you immediately handcuff somebody when they are just, allegedly, blah, blah. And he was delirious, lah. But I just kept quiet. I told him, like, hey, can we just, get it over and done with?
Yeah.
At that point, I needed help, lah. So that's why I just kept quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I understand that he was just trying to protect me and everything. But it shows that he really loved me, lah.
Yeah.
Because our relationship was so strained because I didn't understand his what is this 5
MBTI.
no, the 5 types of
sign language. Love language. Yes.
So his love language is never like words of affirmation. I need that a lot. So our relationship was so strained and everything. But so much better now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now that you are sober and you create without substance, right? Do you feel that your creativity is much different now? Like when you create stuff, do you feel more confident in your own voice without like having to wear the mask previously that you wore?
Wow, I must say yes, because now I'm much more confident of myself, although there are days where I feel down. Because back then, if I doubt my content, as a content creator, you always doubt whatever you do. But nowadays, no, I keep reminding myself, always positive affirmation. Back then, when I was still with substance abuse, I would just immediately go to substance instead of, talking to myself and giving, words of affirmation. I was so bad back then, but now, yeah, I feel slightly more confident. When I see something on social media, I know how to deal with it with a very grounded kind of objective.
Yeah. Especially with the hate comments, right? And the trolls.
Why me? Sometimes I don't.
I get it too.
Right, yeah.
I get it too. So I try to be creative in the way I reply to them.
Yeah.
Although I don't do it like you, but I try to be creative in the way I reply to them.
Thanks for doing that. It really serves the community. What I do is usually I would search them up. If they have children, I will call them out. Because what kind of ethics and values are you trying to teach your children?
Yeah.
Are you trying to hate another human being? That is not Islam. That is not what a Muslim should be.
Yeah.
And a lot of Muslims, and I give you all credit for it, you all will DM me and they will remind me that this is not how Islam should be. And I really appreciate those. Those are the kinds that will help me not stray away from religion.
Yeah.
Because I know sexuality is a whole different part and mental health is a whole different part from faith. This is what I was born with, and faith is something that I will work within myself. Yeah.
As I was researching for this episode about you, right? I was Googling you and all that. Okay. And I came across this Reddit post. I don't know if you've seen it. They said like is something along the lines of like is
annoying.
Fauzi annoying. And then somebody replied like, oh, he made being gay his whole personality. Then I'm like, what the?
I am gay.
Yeah, I mean it's who you are. It's your personality because it's who you are.
Yeah.
It's me as well. Like, so I'm wearing this shirt, right?
Slay. I love the t-shirt, by the way. You send me a link later.
Yeah. I got it from the US, I think New York or something.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was just reading the Reddit post and it just blew my mind how many people think that how much hate you get to have a Reddit post talking about you.
It's so interesting. I always tell myself only it's because I do my work well.
Yeah.
They found my character on social media annoying. But those were characters on social media. It's not me. So that means I'm a great actor. Yeah.
Yes, girl.
Because those are scripted.
Yeah.
It's funny. And although I must say that I've had my fair share of being annoying online. But you attract the people you attract, lor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel like if you are doing something that you feel is right and you don't get like it's not against the law, right? Then whatever people say is is their own opinions, and their opinions don't pay your bills.
Or wash my backside, you know.
What's your backside?
You don't pay my bills, you don't wash my backside.
So you shouldn't really. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to listen to them. Like, I don't listen to people online. Like
How do you stay strong then?
Sorry?
How do you stay strong? As in, like,
Because I know that if I don't be my authentic self,